Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Maggie's Giving Herself a Bath.
And
Hi,
Maggie's a
Maggie.
crab.
Yeah, she was being a crab earlier. That's Maggie. Hi, Maggie. She says, oh, whatever.
She's like, leave me alone.
um,
Or I slap you.
yeah.
She's good at doing that.
I want to show you, for those who are artistes, or an artist, artiste. Every artist has a muse, correct? If you don't have a muse and you're an artist, then you're not an artist. Yeah.
Is that your views?
That's one of my muses. My wife is my biggest muse.
What does that mean?
Like your inspiration.
Okay, so you're going to make like fairy tales like things.
No.
I mean, along those lines.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of like Lord of the Ring-ish
yeah.
type of thing.
Like this is, what did they call this? I call it a unicorn.
They called it
Pegasus?
Pegasus is supposedly a winged horse.
Yeah, and Pegasus doesn't have the...
That's a unicorn, really.
Yeah, this is a unicorn.
Pegasus is winged and can fly.
Yeah, and yes, he looks mean, but he's green. That's
Lean green fighting machine. What is that? Mean Joe Green, remember?
Mean Joe Green, yeah, I remember. He threw it was the Coke, was it Coke or Pepsi?
I don't remember, but Mean Joe Green, I think he's Pepsi, maybe.
Pepsi. Yes, I know he looks mean, but
he's a lean, mean fighting machine.
Yeah. and he actually sits right here.
Is he actually breathing fire, or is that his tongue?
No, that's his tongue.
Oh well, hey, he's trying.
Yeah, and then over here is a wizard. Yes, his staff is broken.
You've had him for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. So he can't cast spells because his staff is broken.
You just make a new one.
Do you see this? My wife.
Half price.
Yeah, half price. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
It's excuse me. I've been drinking a lot of Coke tonight. I've had like
what's been going on with your stomach?
I don't know.
You had to get up in the middle of the night and stuff last night.
Yeah. Sometimes when I don't take the dip out, I swallow it.
Oh, and it tears up your
stomach. But when I drink soda, because
the phlegm.
Yeah, I guess it's the acid in it, so.
Better than drinking vinegar.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But
oh, I need to take my get my oil too, and haven't taken it.
Do you have any more?
I don't know.
So
we could try a different flavor too.
When I get my glasses, which are coming really soon.
Yeah, like a week and a half, maybe.
A week and a half. I'll be able to
hurry.
Yeah, me too, because I'm like, I have to ask my wife to do a lot of things for me right now because
and you can't read.
Yeah, I can't read. I would like to sit in this chair over here that John is sleeping in and Maggie's sleeping on the back of right now.
And isn't Lucky in the...
Lucky's right here.
Lucky sometimes it's in there.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff in it right now.
Yeah. I would like to be able to sit there and read a book.
It would help if we had a larger apartment because then the cats would have their own... We could probably give them their own chair.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my wife bought me the easel.
Yeah.
This. Now,
what do they call those?
What, this right here?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I had something similar like that my aunt gave to me. It was more like it was a darker color than that. But
when I was in college, I took an art class.
It had that handle in it.
Yeah.
Like a lap desk or something.
Lap desk. I've heard of that. When I was in college, I took an art class.
But it was flat like that.
Yeah. And we had to buy, I think we were only required to have 2, but I think I bought 4.
Gobbledygook.
Clips. So you could clip the paper to your board that was on the easel. And sometimes we went out in the hallway or outside and, drew.
Everything flapped around in the wind.
Yeah, and this has like a rubber band right here, which is kind of nice, actually. And it has these clips already made onto it, which is not necessarily going to be a good thing, but
Well,
but I can always turn it around, you know. Because see, with the clips that you buy,
they're binder clips, aren't they?
basically, yeah,
Basically,
yeah, big clip, big binder clip.
buy them at the Dollar Tree for
Yeah.
in packages, like a dozen or so.
This is actually, even though it's not the thickest wood, it's actually sturdy. I mean, it's
Well, you don't want it laying
too
in
thick.
sun, you know what I mean?
And Socks is over there looking at Charlie.
She
And
likes to watch him.
by the way, we do have at least one of the small fish still.
I don't know what's got into them. Charlie ate them, or you know.
But we need to get some filters. We don't have any extra filters, and I've cleaned that filter once under running water.
Oh, so we have to get those at the fish place.
Yeah.
Petco.
Um,
We'll probably need. I think we need to keep it a little bit fuller, higher up in the water.
yeah.
Hey,
I think they come in packages of 2, but you probably other size packages too.
Well, we gotta make sure we get the right one.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying is we had these clips we had to buy, and I had 4 simply because I liked my paper, firmly on the
You don't
board.
want to scoot around.
Yeah, and once our teacher in art class in college, he put the stuff up on the table, and guess what he did? He climbed up on the table.
He did what?
He climbed up on the table, and he had like a stool up there.
What kind of stuff did he put up on the table?
There was like a bicycle frame.
Oh God.
There was the stool. I don't remember everything he had, but part of it was getting.
And then he climbs up on the table. Huh?
Yeah, and then he sits behind it. So
God.
we're supposed to draw all the stuff that's up there, including him.
Jeez.
And you're supposed to get everything in perspective. And I mean, I did okay. I didn't do great by any means, but I did okay. And now, one of the first exercises we had was drawing a hand. Well, one guy in the class, guess what he does? He takes a pencil and he goes like that. This was one of the exercises we had to do outside of class and bring it back in. I've always had problems with hands and feet. Once we had to go to, how do you say, the art museum in San Antonio. I think the McNay. I think it's the McNay. Anyway, there's this beautiful picture, this beautiful painting. It's I think it was Moses. Anyway, you get both the hands and the feet in this painting. It's a big painting. Yeah, I did like everything in an acceptable way except the hands and feet.
You just couldn't get that.
Yeah, I just
get
can't.
them right.
For some reason, hands and feet. But see, I want to take this probably from that angle.
I think it was when I was in junior high school. My brother and his wife took me to the art museum in St. Louis.
Was it modern art or traditional art?
It was just an art museum,
Art
St. Louis Art Museum, and it's a kind of a mixture of all.
Yeah.
But the thing sitting outside, like a sculpture sitting outside, looked like a giant electrical plug, like that has. I mean, it was
Modern. That would be modern art.
Well, it was. It had the plug in, but you had like multiple outlets, so it could. I'm like, like you could plug in multiple things. I'm like, oh God, like.
On that note, when I was in HIH, which is Houston International Hospital, they just called it HIH, they took us to the Modern Art Museum because it was close by. What did they have? Somebody built this pencil. I mean, it looked like a humongous pencil. I'm like, I'm standing there. I was a teenager. I'm like, that's not art. I mean, I still don't consider that art. You know, I mean, if you consider drawing this, I mean, I frankly could care less if you consider drawing this art or not. But this is something I'm going to use. You see, I can get perspective on it. You see how the wings are? You know, to be able to draw the wings the way they are, then you get perspective on it. So that will be, I mean, it's going to be a challenge actually to draw him. To draw some of the outline will be easier, but then, oh, he still has the thing around his neck. Well, that's because somebody captured him, see? Can you see that thing around his neck?
The loop?
Yeah, that little plastic that had the tag on him.
Yeah, which they couldn't find because
Yeah,
somebody ripped the tag off it and they had to call back and
yeah.
We need a price on the green dragon.
Yeah. But
I was like, oh god.
This is something I can use. I don't want to say this will be a muse. This will be like inspiration, a model for me to use to draw. I like things like that. I like the medieval stuff. I know dragons.
You have a kilt.
Yeah, I have a kilt. I have a sword. You see well, you can't see the sword right there.
What are we like?
See the sword up there? It's in its scabbard. So.
We used it for chopping up cats.
Yeah.
They'd be going, ah!
So, this, you know, you might say, well, look at that, Seamus. There's not much to that. Yes, there is. Look at the muscles. You see, in the hip, in the neck, in the shoulders. There's actually something to this, to draw. And then there's the mane. And then there's the horn, the ears. I actually drew once half a mountain lion head. Then I used my cat Bridget as my model. And my art teacher, he was, well, professor, teacher, whatever he was, he thought it was good. He just said, I did all this stuff, you know, and I showed him all this stuff, but I did everything so small. And he said, don't do it so small. You have to, you know, like on something like this.
Too detailed or do it larger.
Yeah, do it larger. Like I would do something like right here. And he said, don't do that. Do the whole page. Take up the whole page. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're trying to get the idea of it first, you know. It's like your brain. It's like, hey.
And, you know, one thing I did in college that, I don't know, maybe I should, I took this remedial English class, and we had to write a paragraph. And I went out to the library at the Alamo. I was going to do all sorts of research. All I had to do was write a paragraph. And I mean, no matter what I did, it's like I have to have all this detail in order to do it because it has to be right. Yet I'm taking an art class, and he said, find something to draw. So I found an African beehive, one that they would.
The killer bees.
No, not a killer bee. One they would have actually harvested honey from. Yeah, one that somebody would have had to have made. But I did it like, you know, just a little picture right there. And he said, don't do that. You do everything so small.
Well,
yeah, and he said, take up the whole page. And this was just a sketchbook I was doing for the beehive. But, you know, I did a little itty bitty place on the page, and he said, don't do that. You need to take up the whole freaking page.
You kind of want to scream, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, but don't you like what I did? Isn't this good? And he said, yes, it is good, but you need to take up the whole page.
Well, hell, you're just getting the hang of it.
Yeah. But
my drawing skills are about stick man, and that's about it.
Hey, at least you have
don't
something.
ask for anything much more than that. Oh, you ought to see my circles. They're pathetic. They don't come out looking like a circle. They come out lopsided or egg-shaped or
we have
something like that. You know what I mean?
Sorry, John. I didn't mean to.
Well, somewhere back here I've got an art pad that I bought at the store stashed, you know.
You see what we have now, sweetie?
Oh.
So we can do circles and ovals.
You know what always gives me a fit?
What?
Drawing a star.
We always did. I can't. I don't know if I can still do that.
I've got the artist pad back here somewhere.
Anyway, folks. So, aside from art.
You should help me find that because that drawing pad is.
Okay. Because we need to like.
Artiste.
We need to like stop spending money because we've been like spending like.
Well, we've got a lot of things to catch up on.
Yeah. I'm thinking right now. What we need, I was going to say tomorrow, but it's like 2 a.m. Fish mocks, which is fish penicillin. What I tried to get tonight, but I didn't realize. I mean, I thought it would cost like $30.
Well,
a shelving unit like we already have, but I didn't realize it would cost as much as it did.
Well, we need that.
Yeah.
Not wasting money.
Because
otherwise we're going to be cramped as hell in here.
Yeah, and we need to get some more bottled water because
every once in a while we get one leaks.
Yeah, then we have to replace it.
It's like, who peed on the floor? Which dog? The dog? The cat? No, it's the water bottle.
And let's see. So the shelving unit. What did I just say? The shelving unit and the what?
Bottled water.
Bottled water.
What was I thinking? What did they say? You might have to put. Oh, we might need to buy some distilled water for the steam mop.
Oh.
Because they said if you have really hard water, you're better off using that
okay.
in it than regular tap water.
My wife found for $1 at Target little lights, little flashlights. I would like to get one.
9 LED.
I would like to get one for my bug out bag. We need to go to the hardware store and get a very long bolt for our homemade heater. That'll cost like 25 cents.
50 cents maybe.
Yeah, and then insulating stuff that you would put on like a hot water heater that reflects. And we can just get like one long piece that would be the equivalent of both of our heights, and then we can cut it. That won't cost much. Hopefully we can get my wife a 22 semi-auto, $100. Hopefully not much more than that, or maybe even less.
Well, some of the stuff we bought is wants more than need, but hey, everybody's entitled to their luxuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And but the one thing that we're
glasses like 200 something.
Almost 300, I think.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize because you know
what
what
there's other things they had to put onto them, you know.
Well, what I think happened when I first went in there, she had 2 different sets of glasses, and when we went there today, there was 1 set of glasses.
Huh?
When I went in there.
Was that the pair you chose, though?
Yeah, that was one of the 2 pairs I chose. But I think the other pair were cheaper.
Oh.
But I didn't, you know, I'm just looking at.
You were by yourself. And
yeah.
Blind as a bat.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we don't have to get ammo for 22 right now, but if we can go ahead and get her the rifle. That way it's out of the way.
Well, 22 ammo isn't that expensive, is it?
Nah, 22 ammo is
like
cheap. Actually, you know what, folks? You know what I saw at Walmart? I saw 223 ammo for less than $6 a box, and it was.
God.
Yeah, and it was
wrong.
Yeah, just
the world's ending.
For a long time, they didn't. You could not find 223 ammo anywhere, even online.
Couldn't even get it, huh?
Yeah. Now, what I hope to be able to do next month is buy what's in my Amazon shopping cart, and the month after that, ammo. Ammo, because you can never have enough ammo. I will not go out and shoot the 223, the AR, because I don't want to run out of ammo. But if I can order 500 more rounds, then I can at least use 2 or 3 magazines of ammo. But we need to get 40.
Do we have a sufficient amount for the big M?
No. We need to get more.
We only got like 2 or 3 packages I've seen, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. See, what I was thinking, folks, is Okay, what did I say? Next month, my Amazon shopping cart, and then the month after that, ammo. What I was thinking of, they have these sardine can type tins for the Mosin, of ammo for the Mosin. Get one of those. That's going to last a while. Also get
We'll
500.
fire sardines out of it? Yeah. Oh boy.
Also get
That'll be fun.
500 rounds for the 223, and I don't know how many rounds for the 40. And then, of course, if we get the 22, I don't know how many rounds we'd get for that, because you should be able to get a lot really cheap for the 22. So hopefully we can get that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But you know what? Drawing a rifle or a pistol might actually be an interesting thing to do. I don't know. But I think this would be interesting to draw. Detailed. Because you see the veins and the bones and everything. The scales. And that's interesting. Anyway. Yeah, I know it's 2 o'clock, but we had a long day. We were out there doing all sorts of stuff, so we're home right now, and we're just enjoying ourselves. So, y'all have a good night or good morning or
whatever the heck it is.
Yeah. Oh, and we need another printer, and my wife's
Ink, color ink.
Color ink, and we need my wife's coffee thing.
Keurig.
Keurig. So, 22 rifle, a Keurig.
Yeah, I
ink,
know, seems like a luxury.
Printer. You deserve it, sweetie.
Well, I mean, who wants to make a whole pot of coffee, you know?
And now we're not going to be living just on one income, so hopefully that'll make things easier. But we'll see. This light my wife bought, what is it called again?
O-T-T.
Ott.
That it's just a bulb.
It's bright, but it's like
100 watts. But I think it's a CFL.
Oh, okay. So, but
it's twisted like a fluorescent light bulb.
And it has like it's like clear or
it's
like
white.
It's like
white.
White. It's like for her arts and crafts, so she can see like perfectly, so to speak. So everything is like very clear. Not like
you don't have color distortion.
Yeah, there you go. So, oh my gosh, I have 14 whatever on Facebook. Jeez. 2 a.m. and I have 14. Anyway, y'all have a good night, good morning, and for our daughter, take care of yourself. I hope you like your presents, and I hope you get the job. Bye-bye, everybody.